Hi guys, it's Tracy here from Red Wind Studio, and I am just about finished the transfer application on this lovely cabinet. And earlier today, I started around 11 o'clock working on this, and I came on live and I applied a few of the transfer pieces to this, and now I'm ready to finish it up. So I'm going to recap what I've done so far. So first of all, I made sure that the surface of the cabinet was really nice and clean. So on this particular one, I used vinegar, cleaning vinegar on it, and then rinsed it really well to make sure there wasn't any greasy residue or anything like that from me handling it. So from my fingers, from it being in a kitchen, anything at all. You want to get rid of all the grease. And then I just basically cut out the pieces and started applying them. And I have one last little piece to apply for those of you that maybe didn't get to see how that's done. I've left one leaf to apply. So I'm going to go ahead. So this is how they look. So there's a little piece. So it's on a grid pattern, and then this little white backing paper comes off, and then this goes on and you rub it and apply it. So I'm going to put this on and apply it, and then I'll show you how to finish this all up. So this is going to go right, I have this planned out. This is going to go right in here like that. And I moved my little stick that I had. Where'd I put it? Of course I did. Okay, I'm just gonna make sure that's not gonna fall off. I'm gonna grab my stick that I set aside. Where are they? There we go. Sorry guys. So this is what comes with the transfers, is this little plastic stick, and that's what you use to apply it. So now that I've got it on here, so if it's a bigger piece, I usually tape it down, but this is pretty small, so I'm just gonna hold it. I'm gonna take my stick and I'm just gonna rub. And as I rub, see if that's sticking, and as I pull the plastic up, I leave the transfer behind. So that's basically how you apply a transfer. It's pretty simple, pretty straightforward. The next thing that you want to do before you finish it up is you're going to want to take a cloth and you want to go over the whole thing and you want to burnish it. So you want to rub it and make sure that it's all adhering really, really well. So you're just going to go and you're just going to rub it like this. And then I've got it wrapped around the edges a little bit, and I seem to be shedding, sorry. And I'm just going to go, I'm just going to rub the edge and make sure that that is on there really good. Holy hair. And I'm just going to pop this out if it comes out easily. There we go. So that I can get this edge here. Make sure that that is on there really good. And the same thing along here. You just make sure that it is all adhered on there really, really well. we go. So now that I've done that, there's one last step to do, and it needs to be sealed, because if my customer goes ahead to try and clean this, if something gets slopped on it, she's liable to damage the transfer. So we need to put a sealant over top of it, make sure it's adhering really well, and it's not going to go anywhere. So my choice for this is a polyurethane over the top of it. So this is my go-to. It's Varathane brand. It's the interior satin, and because this was previously painted and I'm not going to be putting a polyurethane over the entire thing, I want to make sure that it's something that reasonably matches the finish that's on there already. It's not really matte, but it's not super shiny, so satin is about the right choice. And this is interior, and it's non-yellowing, so it's not going to yellow over time so long as it's applied properly and not too thick. So the first thing we need to do is we're going to open up the can. And we've got our handy dandy stir stick. You don't shake clear top coats. You always stir. If you shake, you're going to create bubbles, and we don't want bubbles in it. And my preference is always to use a foam brush to apply it. So as with normal brushes, I always soak them first. So I got my handy dandy water, and I'm just going to squish them a bit to get the water in there. And I'm going to squeeze them out. That. Go like that. And then I don't want them saturated, so I'm just going to squish some of the water out with a paper towel. Another quick stir, and I'm going to push this back a bit. I'm going to bring the drawer back up. And I want to make sure that I haven't shed any hair on it. There we go. So I'm going to dip my brush in. I'm going to let it drip off a bit. I'm not going to pull it across the edge of the can. I don't want to. If there's anything in there, I don't want to deposit anything. And I'm just going to do nice long strokes across the top, just like that. You don't want to overwork it. And now we're just going to let it dry and set that aside. And I'll be putting 2 coats on just to make sure. I always find that even if you do 1 coat and you think you've done a really good job and you're really thorough, you're going to miss spots. It's just the way life is. You wind up missing spots. So I'm going to make sure that I do 2 coats on this just to make sure that I haven't missed any spots. And again, I'm just going to go across. Make sure I get along the edge so it's nicely sealed. And I want to make sure that even though I haven't put the transfer everywhere on it, that I'm putting the clear top coat across the whole front, so that if there is a little bit of difference in shine, it's going to be over the whole front, and it's not going to be as noticeable if there is a little bit of difference. You don't want it to look weird. nice long strokes from one end to the other, because you don't want stagger marks. So you're going to apply it and pull it all one long stroke and overlap a little bit, and then get in between the hinges. Try to make sure that you don't have any runs anywhere. Just like so, and then down here, and try to get around this guy here. There we go. Like that. And then I still need to get in the groove there, so then I'm going to go with my smaller brush, and I'm going to dip in, and I'm just going to get in there. There we go. So first coat is on, let it dry for a couple of hours, and then I can come back and do another coat. Now I'm going to be heading home in a little while because we're not open today, and I will put the last coat on it if I have, maybe tomorrow. If not, Tuesday when we reopen, first thing in the morning, I'll put the second coat on it, and then it'll be ready to go home to my customer's house. And so that's it. That's all there really is to applying a transfer to a piece of furniture. Now, had this not already had a painted finish on it, that already had a bit of a finish to it, if it was just, say, chalk paint, the fat paint, you could do a light sanding after you've painted, smooth it all out, get rid of all the dust, make sure it's all been wiped down, apply the transfer, and you could use a wax over top of it to hold it down. You want to make sure that you put it on before you put the wax on, though, because the wax will act as a resist and push the transfer off. So that's all there is to it, guys. I hope it was informative and you got some information out of that, and now you see how easy it is to apply the transfers. So you guys enjoy the rest of your weekend, and hopefully we'll see you soon. And thanks, Deborah. So Deborah's watching. This is her cabinet, so yeah, I'm excited for her to take it home and have it in her house. So anyways, guys, yeah, have a great weekend. If you have questions about the transfers, feel free to come in. We're open now to the public, or you can message me here. Have a great weekend, guys. See you later.